Welcome to Tiger TV. I'm your host, Tony Symonds, and well, once again, we're blessed to have the main man, the Senior Coach Matthew Lokan. How are you, Matty?
Good, thanks, mate. Yourself?
Great to see you. Very
Good.
well indeed. Well, first edition of Tiger TV was this year, and that's a long time ago now, 15, 16, 17 weeks ago. First question, have you watched any of it since I interviewed you?
I have. It's been very impressed with the quality of the people that you've had on, and I did like Andrew Bradley and his lovely partner, yes. Jordana. That was early on, I think, and that might have been the week after me. But no, I do regularly watch, and it's been a good little show this year.
Well, I ask everyone if they've got any tips for you, so it's important that you watch it because you can learn so much from the individuals we have on here. That's not quite correct. But the funny thing is, from, where we started the season, Good Friday, right through to round 15 now, we've got ourselves into a terrific situation where quite a strong possibility that we'll play finals. Been a great year so far, mate.
It has. We've been really solid. Look, obviously winning 6.5 games last year. We look to improve on that. Currently we are 9 wins, which is fantastic for our group. And look, we're heading in the right direction. We're starting to get some consistency. We're certainly not where we want to be at the minute, but we're heading in the right direction.
And I suppose a few things you'd like to work on. Obviously, we've turned it into a bit of fortress out the back here on Glenelg Oval, Glider Old Stadium, as we call it these days. But probably away games, a little bit of work to do there, Matty.
Yeah, look, in saying that, I think we've played some real quality sides away that have actually played really well. I thought when we played Nord out there, we were actually in the game for pretty much 3 quarters and then fell asleep. We played Eagles at Woodville, which again I thought we played a good half and then died out and were overrun by a better side. We were very disappointed with the way we played out at Elizabeth. Centrals are a very good side out there, and we certainly got to touch up. And then again, Port, look, we come up against Port with 21 listed players. They were red hot. They play the ground really well, and we just fell short there. So, although I have heard a little bit about our home form's really good and our away form's not great, but look, I just think we've been a little bit unlucky in the games that we've played away, and certainly to our boys' credit, we've played Glenelg Oval really well.
Great. Love it when the coach has got an answer like that. I used to be a bit feisty on occasions like that, and really when you think about it, our form, from a coaching point of view, we've had some unusual last quarters this year where we've had some very, very strong finishes, and the boys obviously have a lot of belief in their last quarters. We've had a couple of really quite bad ones. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, I suppose that's $1 million question. So I'm always, how do we get that consistency for 4 quarters? And I think a little bit of the game style that we do play, it's very fast and intense and free flowing. I guess at times you are not going to be able to sustain that for long periods of time. So I think the biggest thing that we've been trying to work on is getting that consistent effort over the 4 quarters. And then when the other sides do get on top, they don't kick 4, 5, 6 goals and really put us away. So we haven't been able to do that at times this year. We have on others. So, it's getting that balance right, and hopefully we can finish off the year with a couple of nice wins and play finals.
Great. Now let's talk about some of the real positives, and obviously we go straight to the youngsters. 3 that come to mind this year, there's definitely more. Darcy Fogarty, Jackson Edwards, Alex Martini. Tell us a little bit about them, their development, and what we can expect from them moving forward, Matty.
Yeah, so Darcy's going in for knee surgery tomorrow, so he won't play for the remaining part of the year, but we all know Darcy's talent. He's touted to go first round in the draft, and although, I don't think he was over happy with his carnival, I think that's fair to say. He's class. He's big and strong and hits contests flat out. And look, I've got a lot of time for Darcy, and I know that he'll play some really good AFL footy in the near future. Alex and Jacko. Alex obviously started the year in the league side. Started the first, I think, 7 games before he went away on the state program, and he was outstanding, playing across half back. His ability to be able to close space and use his speed and defend really well was a real strength of his. He's a little bit tired now. Okay, we need to get him back into some form, and hopefully he can get back into the league side over the last couple of weeks. He played in the 18s on the weekend and took a step in the right direction and played really well. And then Jacko played his first league game on the weekend, 17 disposals. I thought as the game went on, he really had an impact and contributed to our team in a really good win. So look, all those 3 that you mentioned, and we had some other guys, obviously, that Cam Buchanan and Sam Davis and Liam Denton that played in the under-18s carnival as well. So we've got a bright future of young guys coming through, and if they don't get drafted, I expect them all to be playing league footy.
Wouldn't it just be fantastic if we didn't have any of them drafted for about 2 years and we could build a core around these blokes, particularly with a core of guys that we've got to play 50 to 80 games. We could really build into something amazing, couldn't we? But as a coach, you must dream about that occasionally at night.
Yeah, I think we've had something like 16 in the last 5 or 6 years on AFL lists, and I would never not wish someone to get drafted, but put half of them into my league side.
Yeah.
We're a pretty handy side.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. That's the system, and I wish all those guys and all of our under-18s good luck in the draft this year.
And a couple of the senior guys, just thinking about it before, Matty Snooks had a good year again, and just seems to be right in the middle of that engine room all the time. Liam McBean's been fantastic for us. A couple of those senior guys, Don Barry, can you tell us a little bit about where they're at and where they're going in the next 5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah, Snooky's flying at the moment. On the weekend he had 30 disposals, 6 or 7 tackles. 9 tackles and 6 and 7 clearances. So he's red hot. His form's back to what we expect of Snooky every week, and just his ability to be able to close space in congestion and either win the ball or shut the opposition down is first class. I think he's become an A-grade midfielder now in the competition, and he continually does it. Liam McBean's been really good for us up forward. I think the thing that I've loved about our forward line this year is that we've had 4 guys that kick over 20 goals.
Yeah.
So, the ability for those guys to be able to work together and be able to hit the scoreboard. And, Josh Scott, I think, might have only kicked 22 this year, but he's having a real impact in contests. So his ability to be able to make a contest, bring the ball to ground has, allowed those other guys to be able to score goals.
Yeah. Now, moving forward, we've got a bye this week. Then I think we play Sturt away, North Adelaide at home and West Adelaide away. I've done my mathematics, and the way I look at it, if we win one more game, we do play finals. Is that how it works?
I think mathematically, and that's the thing, Simon, I could sit here and
trot out a couple of those
be the coach's answers and say, we take 1 week at a time. But look, it's an exciting time for our footy club. We've put ourselves in a position to play finals this year, and look, yes, mathematically we probably need to win one game, but more importantly, we don't want to play finals just to make up the numbers. I think, our footy club hasn't played finals since 2011, and we need to play finals, and we need to be successful for finals. We've showed that our best is good enough. We can compete with the best sides in the competition. So hopefully we get that 5th spot, and I know our boys will have a real crack comes finals time out on Adelaide Oval. It's an exciting time for the club, and one that we're all really looking forward to.
If it finishes as it is now, we would play Port Adelaide in a elimination final. I'm sure you've had a quiet look at it when you've had nothing to do in your office, but that's got a bit of good flavour about it, hasn't it? Because there's always that feeling between Port and Glenelg, and I could see quite a good crowd turning up to a match like that.
Yeah, well, I think if you look at the way the final 5 sits at the moment, we've got the Eagles, who have been the form side of the competition now for the last 3 or 4 years. They're a fantastic side that are really consistent, but you've got those 4 traditional clubs after that. You've got Sturt, Nord, Port and Glenelg, and if we can, first week of the finals, if those 4 sides are playing each other, no matter who we play and who plays each other, I think we'll get a huge crowd at Adelaide Oval, and one that we're all really excited about. I love finals time, as everyone does, and our guys are really realistic of where we're at. We're not quite there yet, but if we do get there, we'll be giving it a red hot.
Do we need to do anything different or to improve on anything, do you think, to win finals matches? As you said, getting there is important, but it's not everything. Winning them is. Do we need to improve? Is there certain facets of our game that we need to improve on, or are you sort of happy with where we're at? I know the answer to that, by the way.
We've been playing some good brand of footy. I think our best is good enough. I think we just still need to be able to restrict the damage that's being done when the other opposition sides do get on top. We don't have an abundance of outside speed. I think our midfield strength is being able to win our contested ball. So if we're clean around a stoppage, we can get the ball on the outside to guys like Barry and Nicholson and Vic Kunis. Brad Merritt came in on the weekend and gave us some real run and carry. So we've got a really good balance in our side. I think we're built for finals footy. I really do. We don't have the experience in finals, so we know that.
But I think we do have an X factor, don't we? The Miller boys, Barry, all have a fair bit of class about them. When they get it, generally something pretty good happens, and that can be difficult to contain in finals.
Yeah, certainly, Simo. And look, as I said before, 4 guys, I think Terry, Ian, Liam and Josh Scott have all kicked over 20 goals this year. So if one's not having a really good day, the others tend to get off the chain. So, look, I will go the old cliche. We need to worry about Sturt in 2 weeks' time. We've got a bye this week, which will be a good opportunity for guys to freshen up. We'll get some work into the guys over the weekend, and then we'll build up for Sturt. It is important with such a young group not to get too ahead of ourselves. Yes, we're in a situation where if we do win one more game, we're guaranteed to play finals, but we got 3 games to go, and we need to improve our game, get it ready for finals footy, and then if we're lucky enough to make it, take it on from there.
Well, I love it. It's an exciting time. The sun's coming out, the days are getting longer, and finals footy's just around the corner. And Sturt will be a big test in a couple of weeks. Probably one of the form sides, definitely one of the form sides of the last 10 weeks of the comp. So we wish you all the best, Matty, and looking forward to a bit of finals action in September. Well
Thanks,
done,
mate. Cheers.
Well done, mate.
Well done, mate. We got through.
A little bit of humour.
Yeah, we got there.